That was bloody brilliant. I never listened to that song like that before. I always assumed that he did something wrong. That's why the hanging tree was waiting. Not for you, I'd lose my mind before the morning when you visit me on Sunday. Well, you big eyes me. I looked at it from her perspective, but I thought, he was asking her that, and I thought, she's going to marry someone else. She's just making you feel good, and you did something wrong, and you screwed up. And I never looked at it from an apostolic point of view, that he hadn't done anything wrong, that he was maybe like Jesus or John or Peter, who was leaving his girl behind because they were going to kill an innocent man, and would you visit me anyway? I started to cry, but then I caught myself because you were talking to me and said how hard it is for a woman to love a man like you. And I said, I'm not going to cry then, because I'm not mad at him. I ain't mad at you. I mean, if you're going to go get a guy who's going to be there, I look at it now, and I remember Bob Sherwood Fleming. He talked to some of the guys that rode motorcycles to work in San Diego, and the laws that they have there, and the way he had a brother that died in a motorcycle accident. My brother lost half his leg in a motorcycle accident in California and stuff too, and my mom made me promise not to ride a motorcycle anymore. These ladies tell me, you might as well just ride a motorcycle to work in California. I guess so. But, yeah, and he said he didn't consider them long-term employees. He only considered them temporary employees. So I guess an apostle, we're kind of like temporary employees, we're not long-term employees, because they're going to just run you off the road. They're going to kill you. That's just the way it is. You keep doing what you got to do, and you keep standing up against this machine, and the machine's going to run you over. You're just standing in front of it. It's inevitable. That's the way people think. So will you visit me on Sunday? And I never thought of it from Mary Magdalene's point of view, that she had to linger. And I saw with Little Hawk and Wildfire, and they called her Wildfire because everything she touched burned up, and she lingered, and she was all alone. And then went to the next. It wasn't much longer. She dies of sadness, and then went to the next with Hirschman's, and she lingers, and she's older. She dies, and that's why she has closer memories to that, because she doesn't have that. Yeah, I see it now. If all this stuff's make-believe, or if it's real, I see why she wouldn't want anything to do with me. Hell, I wouldn't want anything to do with me. You'll just die again. You'll make me miserable. Go away. You suck. Sure. I want to make love with you for 15 minutes and then you go be killed. I'm sorry. I'm trying to laugh it off. I got nothing else to think about. I'm sitting there thinking about it. Like, I'm figuring it out now. I can see why the synapses of Mary Magdalene, or the world the way it is and the way he's got to take things on. And there's, sharp rocks at the bottom, most likely. Bring it on. I think I'm going to stay with the guy who stays away from the sharp rocks. It's going to keep me safe and love me till I'm older and take care of me and smile at me and not play this hero shit. Hey, baby girl, the way I see it is if he doesn't come up and do this, the world is going to be fucked. So, this is my world, so I'm going to do it, all right? Here I go. Here I go, here I go. I think the same thing was with the examples that they said too. All the little kids were always looking up at Little Hawk, and that's all I ever see with him is those little eyes, like that little picture of Katybug looking up at me. And the same with the things that he had, the Native American, I see the little ones suffering. And that's all I see. That's all I see. That's why I tell you guys that there's more than one Hemi. That's all I see. All I see is those little faces looking up at me. Help us. They kill our daddies. They kill our. My brothers are gone. My mom is crying. My daddy's. If your mother is crying, your father is praying. Babies are dying. Prophetess Jane, rejoice. Cha-cha children, rejoice, because the time has come. Our song was 20-some years ago, about 1988 or 86, I can't remember when they died. And Charlemagne and Identity wrote that song, Rejoice. And it was getting worse, and then, rejoice because the time has come. It's almost time for the apocalypse. And then they wrote that song, After Sunrise. The brother wrote it. It was about 30 years ago. Well, I was more closer to, 30 years ago. He said he was going on 30, and when he reached 50, that must be the chosen generation. And these kids are rebellious against corruption, and they're going to change things when I reach 50. So he's in his 50s now. So they were saying this is going to happen. This is the chosen generation. Hold on, I see your borderline. Hold on, I see your new horizon. I hate to rise after sunrise. My mind plays tricks on me. I like that group. I like Foundation too. Foundation was seeing the things hard, and they wanted to change it, And Identity, they had the visions, and they could see things, and they could see that it wasn't now, but it was coming. It was coming, and they saw it coming in about 30 years, by the time he turned 50s and hit his 50s. Chosen generation. These kids that they were talking to, singing to on campuses, and they were going to stop using the drugs, and they were going to change. They were rebellious against corruption. Will you visit me on Sunday? It was sad, man. I was sitting there listening to it. I was like, God, I never looked at her from her perspective. I thought she was just going to marry somebody, and he was just saying that and feeling sad. I felt sorry for the guy. You're going to die. She's going to marry somebody else. Maybe she will visit you like once or twice. She'll come by and remember, but she won't visit you every Sunday. That was just my thinking. I was cynical. I listened to the song. I just felt sorry for the guy. I figured he did something wrong, but in the song it doesn't say he did anything wrong. It's not like Bee Gees, I got to get a message to you. I did it to him. It's my turn to die. It wasn't anything like that. He just says, if not for you, I know I'd lose my mind before the morning. Hold me close and tell me that you care. Will you visit me on Sunday? Brush away a tear. They all visit him on Sunday. They all do it. I don't know how many of them brush away a tear. No, they're all cheering. He's awesome. He died for us. We don't have to pay for anything anymore. He paid for more than enough with his blood sacrifice. No one was crying. No one thinks about, he didn't have a girl. He didn't have a girl. He didn't have all this. He's a mystical, magical creature that will never come back again until we destroy everything and come from the sky to save us all again. Miraculously, he's always miraculously saving us. He's not human. He doesn't have any thoughts or feelings. He's not leaving behind friends or a girl. Everything he says, Forgive them, Father, for they know not what to do. Why have you forsaken me? Why have you forgotten who I am? Oh, forgive them, Father. Why? He's not asking God why God has forsaken him. God never forgets you. God knows who you are at all times. Do the math. This man is a quantum physicist, telekinetics. He's asking you, why have you forsaken me? Why have you forgotten the King of Israel? Why do you not know Moses? Why do you not know David? Why do you not know the Messiah? I'm here to help save you from yourself. I'm here to help correct you and get you back like you read in the book all the time. The prophet comes and tells them, here's what you need to do, and the people correct themselves. And if you don't, the Babylonians will take over. But Daniel lives, and Joseph lives. You're murdering him. You're trying to kill him. Why have you forsaken me? Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. They're trying to murder the Messiah, and it's wrong. Forgive them, please. Forgive them. I love them. He's an Israelite. Please forgive the children. I love the children. It's always about the babies, man. It's always about the babies. That's why we do what we do, baby girl. Sorry, I'm hard to love. Guess I'm going to stay that way. Guess you're going to be a solitary man. Guess you're going to be alone. But I know it's not you playing games, man. I know it's not you ladies playing games. It's just scary. He's hard to love. That's a little better. I can't believe I did that shit to my son. I do it to both my boys. I do it to all my boys. I'm sorry I fuck your world up, guys. I know it's better to lay soft in a bed with her. God, that's the greatest stuff in the world. Waking up next to her, she's warm in your arms, seeing a little sleep in her eyes, getting up and the little baby's running up into the room, jumping in the bed with you. I love you, Daddy. I love you too. That's what it's all about. We ain't gonna have that if we don't jump up and try to save the world, though. So we'll make it possible for them. I hope they appreciate it, right? They should. Maybe we'll get some rewards and payback. Who knows? Only God knows. All right? But that's the reason why. Visit me on Sunday. I love you, alright? Blessings and peace.